It is our last day at Disney World, and not only are we headed to Animal Kingdom, but we're also going to attempt all 4 parks in one day. So of course we started off at Animal Kingdom. Now this is the smallest park. Typically I'd say it really is only a half day anyways. Our goal was to get on the rides and head out of the park by around 1 p.m. So we started off with Zootopia, which we walked right into, and then after that I checked the wait times. Everest was only a 5-minute wait, so we headed straight there, and we actually ended up getting on it twice. We walked on both times, which was so crazy to me because I think on average I've always waited for this ride at least 40 minutes. It may be old, but it is still one of my favorite roller coasters at Disney World. After that, we headed towards Africa, walking through some of the animal parks. I love that Animal Kingdom is also like a zoo, and because it was fairly cool out today, all of the animals were actually pretty active as well. We got to the park for opening and didn't have time to grab a coffee beforehand, but once we got to Africa, I remembered that there was this really good coffee that I wanted to try there. So it was the coconut coffee. It was really sweet, but really good. And then we went on the safari. I think we saw the most animals we've ever seen this time around, but then it was perfect timing to head over to the Lion King show. Again, walk straight on, which was amazing. It's always one of my favorites before we headed over to Pandora and on the Avatar rides. These were both the longest wait times, so we saved them for last. We started off with the one where you ride an Ikran, where it was only like 45-minute wait, and then we walked over to the Navi River ride, and it was like a 30-minute wait before we grabbed lunch and then left the park. By the time we got out of the park and headed over to Epcot, it was almost 3 p.m., so a lot later than we anticipated. But we got on the ride that was inside the Epcot ball. I always forget what it's called, as well as Guardians, before checking out some of the stores, and Alan spotted this really awesome jean jacket. We did end up getting it. My kids may not have vintage purses, but they will be having vintage Disney clothes. That is a fact. After that, we were headed over to the monorail to go over to Magic Kingdom. So yes, we did miss Hollywood Studios. We just didn't end up having enough time, but we did hit 3 parks in one day, which is still pretty crazy to me. And I do think that ending off at Magic Kingdom was the best way we could have ended our Disney trip. I did have to grab a second coffee because our flight was at 10 p.m., so we weren't going to be getting home until 1. Yes, we were headed straight to the airport after this day as well, but we walked around, grabbed a quick bite to eat, and then the only ride we ended up getting on was Space Mountain, which we almost ended up missing our flight because it was shut down for half an hour. We were stuck in the line and we were determined to get on, and then we also got stuck on the monorail for almost 40 minutes and almost missed our flight again, even more so, but that's a story for another time. I hope you guys enjoyed the Disney vlogs.